ATX, boy. I follow the blueprint, Jay-Z. Can't get back at my crib, lazy. Got a bad attitude, watch manners. Wouldn't like me when I'm mad. Bruce Banner, head brother in charge. Obama, from way back in the day. Old timer, staying true to my grit. Jeff Bridges, got my hat to the back. Black fitted, Southside resident.
Welcome to Austin After Dark Radio. I'm your host, Patrick Davis. And in the studio, we've got the one, the only 10-time Austin Hip Hop Artist of the Year, the 2012 inductee into the Austin Music Hall of Fame, the one and only MC Overlord. How you doing, MC?
Appreciate it, man. Glad to be here.
And then he's brought occasional guitar player for him.
Yes.
He plays guitar with him, Casey Kuzniski.
That's right. Sir. Guitar extraordinaire.
Yes, in the studios.
Did you play the Birthday Bash,
right? Birthday Bash, yeah. It was a great show, man.
So y'all are going to be the first episode of 2013 of Austin After Dark Radio.
Kicking off the new year, right?
But how was 2012 for y'all?
Man, 12 was good for me, man. I had a great time. Put out a new EP that's available right now called The Hangover Part 1. Had a lot of fun working on it. Got to work with a lot of cats that I idolize. You know, Mike Dill was on there, and Terrell Shaheed, and we had my boy DOS came through and blazed on My President is Black, and thank God the election went right, or that whole song could have been kicked off the record.
So a good 2012, and then at the end of it, you put out the new EP. The Hangover. I'm going to get it right. I'm getting it right.
The Hangover.
The Hangover.
Rappers can't spell things the right way, man. Come on.
I know. Ignorance is just in right now. I get it.
It's The Hangover Part 1.
The Hangover Part 1. So tell me how about recording this came about?
Man, I was gonna do a double album, and I was hanging out with my boy Smack Ola from Dirty Worms in VMG Studios. And we're working on he was working on his project at the time. They were finishing up the Dirty Worms album, and I was kicking it to him. He's playing some tracks back to me off their album, and he's like, what you got coming up next? And I'm like, man, I'm gonna do this double album, and he's like, man, Obi, that's too much, man. He's like, put out an EP. EP is the thing right now. I haven't done an EP in so long, and I was like, well, man, I don't know. I kind of, I got all this material, and you never want to cut it down. You never want to cut it down, just have a select group of songs. I'm like, I'm just going to put it all out there, And so Smack talked me into doing the EP thing. And when we got around to getting ready to release it, it was the end of the year. And I never want to put out anything in the fourth quarter anyway, but I wanted to get it out. So I'm like, well, if we're going to put it out in the fourth quarter, we're just going to give it away. We're just going to give it to the fans. So that's what we did. It's a free download. Just go to overlordmusic.com. And it's yours, baby. You can have it.
It's always good to get free stuff.
Free music is good, man. I love it, and it's legal. You're not gonna have the lawyer corps coming after you.
It's always nice. To give away free music. It came out right before the holiday season.
Yeah.
So it was the gift I bought for everybody. I gave everybody on my Christmas list a copy of the new EP just because.
That's right.
They thought I was being generous. No idea. So you've been working, you said you got to work with some of the guys you liked. I know Mike Dill and Terrell King Shaheed, a lot of that record.
Yeah.
Tell me how it is to work with those guys now that you've been around with Terrell for a long time, and this is probably the first full record you've done with Michael Dill. How is it working with those guys now and doing this and recording this EP?
Man, it was magic, man, just because, me and Terrell, we like the Snoop and Dre of Austin. We just been together doing music for so long, and that's my brother. And, if it's not broke, don't fix it, in my opinion. I've always been comfortable creating music with him. I think he understands me as an MC, as an artist, and he always knows how to bring out the best in the product that I want to put out. He knows how to make my lyrics come to life, because I just write lyrics, you know what I'm saying? So you get a producer out there who can put together, a musical product that makes your project come to life. It's amazing. Mike Dill, one of my best friends, and he's such a multi-talented cat, man. The dude sings, he raps, there's something we question it, but he got a few dance moves, right? I think he's got a few dance moves he put down, so he's like the all-in-one package, so, he inspires me to push myself. He's a young cat, so he really inspires me to push myself harder than I typically would. He challenges me in the studio, to create, different styles and approach songs from a different format. And man, he's just he's what I refer to as a songwriting genius, And so getting in the studio with him is just amazing to let him loose, to take the leash off and say, man, have at it. How should we approach this?
Now, and this EP is kind of the furthest step we've seen from. You've always been a cleaner rapper, and you've always kind of, stayed away from things. And this EP, a little bit away from that, and a little bit more
to the profanity side.
And not just profanity, but singing about, bartender, keep 'em coming, and things like that. How is it kind of? Is it just you reaching that stage in your life that you feel more comfortable rapping about that? Well, how'd that come about that you decided to finally put that down?
Man, I've always been comfortable with it, but I felt like early in my career, I'd sort of had an agenda for a message. I really wanted to deliver on some of the things that I thought were important, not just as a hip-hop artist, but just as an artist in general. You kind of touch upon the things that you're passionate about and you believe in. I wanted people to understand me as an artist early in my career, the difficulties that I had in not having a father and how it is when people think you got a lot of money and you ain't got a lot of money. You may be starting at square one. Songs like that were built on being able to connect with fans and be like, look, I'm just like you. I just have this platform that I can stand on. This was an opportunity for me to let fans a little closer inside the circle, let them know exactly like this is really who I am. This is how I get down, and this is how I really approach things, and if you've ever been at the bar top with me, that song is true to every word,
Too many times, man.
All right, well, we're gonna play that song here in a second, but since we can't have you play in studio, because I don't have my turntables.
Casey didn't bring his guitar,
Casey didn't bring his guitar. I didn't bring my turntables to spin. So can you just give us a little flow real quick before we play the song?
I could try. I'm back on the mic, I'm feeling all right, the risk taker, your boy still rolling the dice, I still play nice, truth is, that's what I'm like, I'm hard-headed, I never take solid advice, yes, you got skills, but mine's is major, so well refined and sharper than razors, so contagious you can't contain it, as I infect the room when I step on stages.
Very nice. MC Overlord. He's got a new EP, The Hangover, available now for free on his website, overlordmusic.com.
Download it.
This is one of the tracks off the CD. This one's called Bartender. Keep 'em coming right here on Austin After Dark Radio.
It's true, I abuse the booze for no reason. Drink until I kick it with Pac and Black Jesus. Yeah, lit the jail, but they had to release me. Run up on your town with boys that act beastie. Drinking from the well reveals I got limits. I came up in the spot with cash and bad credit. Still I'm out the bar with good time withdrawal, so I'm knocking back blackout doses at the bar. Problematic days that flood with dissension. My daytime commitments add to the tension. My bartender got a cure for the ailment. We setting up bar top shop when we bail in. Now no sipping, I'm grown and reckless. Ain't looking for no problems, I'm keeping it festive. But if you pop off, I won't be running. So unless there's a problem, bartender, keep 'em coming, yeah. Bartender, keep 'em coming. Bartender, keep 'em coming. Hey, bartender, keep 'em coming. Bartender, keep 'em coming. Hey, bartender, keep 'em coming. Bartender, keep 'em coming. Bartender, keep 'em coming. Bartender, keep 'em coming.
Turn my mic up, I'ma spit some grammar real fast. Cause in the flash, I'ma be shit hammered and trashed. Wobbling so hard that I can't even hold a glass. Causing problems when I started grabbing.